Hey, good afternoon, family. How y'all doing? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope you guys are doing well today. Today is Tuesday, second day of the work week. I hope that you all had a blessed day today. Hope you had a good day. And the likelihood that you didn't, always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that. I know in many parts of the country it's still warm, so I hope that you were able to get you some vitamin D, particularly in the early part of the day before it gets real hot out. If you don't have to go out in these hot temperatures, please don't go out. But like, try to get you some vitamin D, like the early part of the day or the latter part of the afternoon into the evening hours when there's still some sunlight. But with all things, just stay hydrated. Always stay hydrated. That's what I'm doing. A good old H2O helps the body. Any event, I'm getting to the topic for this video. So I saw something on YouTube. Bishop Patrick Wooden, pastor of the Upper Room Church of God in Christ, it's a church there in Raleigh, North Carolina. Very conservative bishop. I agree with a lot of what he says, particularly politically. And he was saying that he said that Kamala Harris being president would be bad for Black people. He said that it was a video that I saw last night. He had said this, and the IRS came after this man. They sent three agents to his church. You know what that's about? My dog heard something at the door. So they sent three agents to his church, and they told him that they were going to tax um his tithing from the time he said that statement till the current time. I don't know how long. Can't remember how long that was. And they were going to deny his nonprofit status. He had a nonprofit. They were going to deny it just because he said that Kamala Harris would be bad for Black people. And he stood. He doubled down on it. He said, "What did I lie? I'm not lying." And he said, he didn't cower or punk out. He stood by his words. He said what he said, and he meant every word of it. And so the IRS did not like that, and they came after this man for making a statement that Kamala Harris would be bad for Black people. Her presidency would be bad for Black people. Crazy, crazy. Um, and it goes against freedom of speech. The Democrats want to talk about democracy, but they're breaking an amendment, freedom of speech. I mean, come on, really? So now, but see, if you would have said something against Trump, that would have been okay. As long as you said something against Donald Trump, that's fine. As long as you said Donald Trump is evil, you're fine you're in our good graces. But you say something against the Democrats or Kamala Harris, then we're gonna send our Internal Revenue Service agents, IRS agents, after you. We're gonna tax your tithing. We're gonna tax the tithes you receive. We're gonna deny your non-profit status. Government overreach. Three agents? You needed three? How is this okay? How is this all right? Where? Because this man said something against y'all savior, Saint Kamala. It's ridiculous. Before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. But this video is a follow-up to what Bishop Wooden said. I agree with him wholeheartedly. Kamala Harris presidency will be bad for us. For one, she disproportionately criminalized not only black men, but black women more than any other ethnicity in the state of California. I'm gonna start with black women. She sent them to jail on truancy charges. A lot of single mothers. They were working. They couldn't find childcare. Childcare is expensive. Those of you who have kids are single mothers or single parent, single fathers. You know what I'm speaking of. Childcare is expensive. It's through the roof. It's ridiculous. And it seems like everything out here in California is more expensive than anywhere else. So she criminalized these women for keeping their kids from school. A lot of them, they couldn't leave their kids alone. It was like a double-edged sword. I leave my child alone, I get locked up for that. I stay home with them and keep them from school, I get locked up from that. I can't afford childcare. I'm working, I'm struggling, and I know two people personally that this happened to. Two women I used to work with. This happened to them. Sent them to jail. We know about how she locked up black men out here. They want to try to deny that and say that she didn't. No, no, that's not true. She did. They want to tell that lie. Well, no, she. It was the when she was became senator or whatever, or became AG, or when she became attorney general, and the person who her the person that came after her, they locked up. They criminalized black people more than which. That's a lie. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. Jamal Truelove, a brother from San Francisco, was one of those that she threw the book at. The court overturned her conviction, and he did an interview. He's done interviews, and you can find it on YouTube. Google Jamal Truelove, or just put in search Jamal Truelove in Google, and it'll come up. And in his interview, he said that Kamala Harris was laughing at him in the courtroom. These are his words. These are his words. He said this woman was lying, was laughing at this man, was laughing at him in the courtroom. I don't know if he was charged with murder or what his conviction was, but it was overturned. That's just one of many. She had, because California wanted to save money. We have wildfires out here. She had prisoners fighting wildfires. I'm not making this up. Prisoners in the state penitentiary, she had them tasked to fight wildfires. They're not trained on that. That's firefighters. The state have their own firefighters. Why are you having prison labor to fight fires? That's not part of their the agreement. That's ridiculous. But she did that. You can look this up. Of course, she slept her way to the top. She didn't have qualifications. So, like I said a couple of days ago, Too Short said you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, but you sure can turn one into a vice president and a presidential candidate. She put on her knee pads and got on her knees and slobbed some knobs to get to where she's at now, to get up to climb up the political ladder. This is common knowledge out here in the San Francisco Bay Area, not made up. I wouldn't dare do that on here. She put on her knee pads, got on her knees, and slobbed Willie Brown, the first black mayor of San Francisco. She slobbed his knobs. Mind you, he was still married. Though separated, but that's still married. This is common knowledge. After he was done with her, she went on to Montel Williams, and so on and so forth. Now she's with Doug Emhoff, a white man, a Jewish man. These are all facts. She was supposed to be czar of the border. That's an utter quagmire. We have migrants, illegal migrants coming here by the thousands, and they're going to give rights. They're already giving housing, not only that, money and benefits to illegal migrants over Black people, over American citizens. This is going to continue if this witch becomes president. I'm not saying things are going to be hunky dory with Donald Trump because we know he wants to give police full immunity. That right there is just wicked and evil. But this isn't about Donald Trump, and I'm not saying that you should. That I'm not telling people to vote for Donald Trump. I'm not. I would not. I wouldn't dare tell people, "Hey, y'all better vote for Donald Trump." Vote for who you want to vote for. Even after watching this video, if you're not convinced of what I'm saying, that's fine. That's fine and dandy. If Kamala is your candidate, you have that right. I don't agree with it, but it's not about me. It's about what's best for you, how you feel. And if some of us want to sit it out, like yours truly, sit this one out, like I did 4 years ago, then that's all right too. You have choices. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. That's voter suppression. It's voter suppression. It is. So I'm just saying this is what I feel that her presidency, if she was to get elected, it would be bad for us. Because let's not get it twisted. Both parties are pieces of shit. The Republicans and the Democrats. Neither one of them are for Black people. They don't want to give us tangibles, particularly reparations. They don't want to even do an anti-Black hate crime bill. None of this. At least Trump was talking about a Black economic plan with his platinum plan 4 years ago. I at least give him credit for that. I give him credit for that. That platinum plan wanted to give what was it? $500 billion. Yeah, $500 billion to Black people to start businesses, small businesses. That's what Trump's platinum plan was. I think it was $500 billion. But because it said platinum plan and Trump's name was on it, it was considered evil. And it was only 4 pages long, but it got to the point. I don't care, give a damn how long it was or short it was. It got to the damn point, and that's the fact of the matter. The platinum plan got to the damn point. $500 billion. But Biden won an election, and we know how that went on. Not sitting here tap dancing for Trump. I'm just giving the man credit for that platinum plan. At least he had that. At least he had planned on doing that. Now, the anti-Black hate crime bill, nope, neither party. Reparations, both parties are silent. And Kamala Harris said on video, and I mentioned this a couple of days ago, I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm going to do something specifically for Black people. No. Y'all remember that? Said that 4 years ago in an interview. I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm going to do something specifically for Black people. No. So she's telling you right to your face that she's not for reparations after she danced around the question. She supports black women killing their unborn babies, abortion, which morally I feel is wrong. I feel morally it's just wrong. As a Muslim, it's wrong. Abortion is wrong. I understand in cases of incest or rape, but just willingly killing your baby, and they don't never you notice that when they speak of abortion, they don't say nothing about incest or rape. They always go to my body, my choice. So if a woman sleeps around with somebody and she don't wants the baby, oh, just abort it. Instead of you making right choices, just abort the baby. Just abort it. Instead of you being accountable for your actions, oh, just go and get an abortion. And that's wrong. But she's for that. She's for black women killing their unborn babies. She's for illegal immigrants getting benefits over American citizens. She's going to be pro law and order. Both candidates are. Trump is too. Not really much of a difference with them on criminalizing black people. She may be worse. No, because Trump said he's gonna get full immunity to the police, but Kamala Harris is really getting full immunity to the justice system, to the prison system, to lock up more black men and women. So what's the damn difference? Oh, Trump said it, but Kamala Harris actually put it to practice. That's the difference. She's not black. She's pandering. Who in the hell washes collard greens in the bathtub? I can remember from the time I was 3 years old till my adulthood, my mother, my grandmothers, my aunts, my cousins, they never washed collard greens in the goddamn tub. Any black person knows you wash collard greens in your sink. You wash them in your kitchen sink. You don't wash them in the bathtub. That's where you bathe. You dumb bob. Oh, the woman is utterly stupid too. Did I mention that? That she's an airhead? You don't wash collard greens in the bathtub. That's where you bathe. That's where you put your feet in the tub and your body. Oh my God. That's just utterly disgusting. Maybe Indian people do that, but you don't wash it. That just makes me want to puke. Oh, it just oh makes my stomach. Oh my God. Makes me nauseous. The thought of that. Who would eat that? Wash collard greens in a bathtub. The whole thing with she smoked weed in the 1980s while listening to Tupac. Those of us who know hip hop know Pac did not drop his first album until 1991. 1991. Tupacalypse Now. I bought it on cassette. I bought it on cassette tape. I bought the cassette tape. Tupacalypse Now dropped November 1991 when Pac was 20 years old. When Kamala Harris was in college, Pac was what, 12, 13 years old? 11, 11, 12 years old. Actually, he was in New York and Baltimore. He was in New York. He was in the Bronx. I think he moved to Baltimore when he was 14. So yeah, he was in Baltimore, but he was in New York too. Because she was in college for, I guess you consider 4 years. So in that time frame, Pac was 11 years old, 12, 13, 14. So he was in New York and Baltimore. So, but the fact of the matter is, she's full of shit. The whole thing with Chucks and Pearls, the hot sauce, is pandering, and black people do not see it. If you want to vote for this trick, then that's fine. But you cannot ignore. Just keep in mind. That's all I'm asking. Be cognizant of the pandering. You cannot ignore it because she would never, ever, ever, ever do this to the Hispanic community. Could you imagine her wearing a sombrero and eating a taco to try to get the Hispanic vote, or eating mangoes, talking about I'm gonna get the Cuban vote and Puerto Rican vote, or um, what's those hats that they always in the old cartoons when they used to make fun of Asian people. They just had them hats. Forgot what you call them. Could you imagine her wearing one of those and eating chops and having chopsticks and eating fried rice? Talking about some, I'm doing this to get the Asian or trying to get the Asian vote. That's another thing. Why don't you hear about the Asian vote? Hmm. Being that she's Indian, East Asian, how come we don't hear about hear about them standing by her? Have you wondered that? Fez hat, thank you. So it's just crazy. But again, black people they ignore the pandering. They seem to ignore it. They think when these particularly Democratic candidates, they think when they pander that they're for them. It's crazy. It's crazy. See what y'all saying in the comments. Yeah, man. Simone Biles is kicking ass and taking names. I'm so glad she's married to a black man, Jonathan Owens. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful black couple. That's black excellence. How come we don't see them plastered on the TV like we see Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift? And they're not even married. I don't even think they're engaged. Oh, I know why. Because this is a black couple. She's married to a black man and he's married to a black woman. And that does my heart good. Yes, when yup, the USA, United States is kicking ass in the gymnastics. And that was expected. I saw Judge Joe Brown's interview. Yup, he went in on her. He sure did. He went in on her on his podcast he does with Dana, the real Dana. I'm not voting for either. Yup, I feel the same way. Hey, what's good, brother? Peace to you too. Sorry for the delay. I was just flowing with it, so my bad. But I didn't want to ignore you. Peace, and thank you for tuning in. And as always, brother Steph, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. That is some Neanderthal stuff. Yeah, that is some Neanderthal. It is. It is. That's caveman behavior. Yeah, I heard that about people in India. They do number. Oh my God, that's disgusting. Oh God. Oh, and buckets. Yuck. Ugh. Tupac, yo, was in Baltimore. Grandma would have beat the hell out if I put any food in the bathtub. The bamboo hat. Yeah, the bamboo hat. Could you imagine she had on a bamboo hat with some chopsticks to try to pander? Her campaign, that would be the end of her. That would be the end of her. The Asian community will rally together and sink her battleship. Am I right or am I absolutely right? But we allow it. We allow these people to pander to us. Indians don't like her because of the caste system. Exactly, because she's darker. She's not as dark as I am, but she's darker than the other Indians. So, yup, you're exactly right about that. But her presidency would be bad for black people. I believe it would. I believe it would be bad because, again, this thing with illegal immigration, you giving housing and benefits, not only that, and other benefits to people who just undocumented, who came into this country illegally. You've given them benefits over people that were born here, people who died building this country, making this country into a superpower. We have fought in every war America has been involved in. We're the most patriotic people. Patriotic. We vote in these elections. Even when we're not receiving tangibles, we still vote in these elections. We have got to learn to practice a quid pro quo. We still haven't learned it, but yet we vote in these elections. I mentioned we serve in the military, fought in every war America has been involved in. We have marched, prayed, and protested to have rights in this country. Built America from the ground up. America never would have became a superpower without black people, foundational black Americans. But yet these people are allowing illegal migrants to come here and get benefits over us. Look at what's going on in New York and Chicago. LA is a quagmire, and it's going to be in other cities too. But those are the three main ones: New York, Chicago, LA. These sanctuary cities. All your major cities in the United States are democratically run, and that's done by design. Every major city in the United States is democratically ran. And all these cities are shitholes. I mentioned a couple of days ago New York with the trash. They don't even pick up trash in New York now. They have a infestation of rats. New York City has gone to the rats. And I love New York City. It's my favorite place to visit. But I just gotta keep it a buck. It's become a trash heap. Meanwhile, you got illegal migrants living in the lap of luxury there. In Chicago, on the west side, particularly on the south side, from what I saw, it was videos on the south side. They have given housing to illegal migrants over long-time black residents. You got black people in Chicago who can't get homes, but you're giving it away to illegal migrants. And that mayor in Chicago, Brandon Johnson, that sorry ass son of a bitch, is allowing this to happen. Karen Bass, her sorry ass out in LA, allowing migrants to just run amok, to get all kind of benefits. I mentioned Eric Adams. in New York City. So it's only going to get worse. Vote for whomever you vote for, but just know what you're voting for. Don't blindly give your vote to these people because they pander. Don't blindly give your vote to Kamala Harris, because she eats hot sauce, because she says she eats collard greens, because she wears chucks and pearls. She listens to Tupac. Her favorite song is Atomic Dog. That doesn't mean a damn thing. Don't vote for her on that. Know what you're voting for. Do your research on these people. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you not to vote for her. I'm not telling you not to vote for Trump. Do your research on these people, on both candidates. Do your research on them. I've done my research on them extensively. That's why I'm sitting this one out. And many others like me are too. We're sitting this one out. We respectfully withhold our vote. That's all I'm saying. Just do your due diligence. And the fact that the IRS came to pay Bishop Patrick Wooden a visit because he said Kamala Harris will be bad for black people is that's just asinine, and that's government overreach. That's fascism. That's something that you will hear about in Nazi Germany back in the 1930s. Surprised they didn't put handcuffs on him. They went through this man's financial records. He said that too. All because he said Kamala Harris would be bad for black people. Really? But if he had said Donald Trump was bad for black people, they wouldn't even pay them a visit. But somehow we have convinced ourselves that this is okay because Trump is bad, Kamala is good. Good versus evil. No, this is alien versus predator. No matter who win, we all lose. The hoe versus the whoremonger. The hoe being Kamala Harris, the whoremonger being Donald Trump. So both of them are bad. There's no such thing as a lesser of two evils. I keep telling y'all that. So again, the hoe versus the whoremonger. Kamala versus Donald Trump. One is a sexual opportunist. One is a 34-time convicted felon. 34 felonies. Wow. But this is our presidential selection. I mean presidential election that we're dealing with now. Yeah, I'm disappointed that they fall for it too, because it's like better. Every 4 years, they do the same thing. They could depend on the black vote. All we got to do is say we love fried chicken, we love hot sauce, we love collard greens, we love rap music, we love chucks and pearls, we smoke weed, and we get the black vote. Just say those things, and black people will vote for you. And sadly enough, they're right because they will. We have not learned. We all, like Dr. Claude Anderson has said for decades, we love to major in the minors. We do. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit that subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. Well, I'm gonna hop off here for now. If anything jump off, I will let y'all know or come back on here. I think I made my point known on this. I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. So with that being said, share this video. Share it, share it, share it. Share it many times over. Make it go viral. Let's have the conversation. Support my podcast and support this my YouTube channel here. I can't do this without y'all, so please continue to support your brother. I'm gaining momentum with my subscribers, so let's keep it up. Thank y'all. I owe it all to you. I cannot do it without y'all. So I appreciate y'all for letting me come on here and run my big mouth, run my yap. I thank you. I know we're not going to all agree. I get that and I understand that. No, we're not going to all agree, but all I ask is just agree. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's do that. Even especially on a topic such as this. And in our disagreements, let's use logic and respect, not emotion and disrespect. Agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Please, y'all. Sisters as well as brothers, y'all be safe. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Going to work, coming home from work, running errands, whatever you may be doing. Even in your own home. We saw what happened with Roger Fortson a few months back and Sonia Massey a couple of weeks ago. We're not even safe in our own homes. So beware and be aware, even at home. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever. So please be safe. Till next time, I love y'all. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.